guys, what Dino Melaye said in this powerful interview has left the entire country shaking. Some Nigerians are even saying that his words could spark a war in Nigeria. He didn't just talk, he went straight for Tinubu and finished him. But don't take my word for it. I'll allow you to watch the video and hear everything for yourself. So guys, just watch this video to the end and listen to what Dino Melaye really said about Tinubu. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video, and drop your comments in the comment section below. So guys, watch this video.
As largely expected in a country marching towards a crucial presidential election, the political field in Nigeria has been thrown wide open to politicians who will dare to compete. And one of these politicians is a former lawmaker, Dino Melaye. He's no stranger to the inner workings of politics in Nigeria. In 2023, he ran for governor of Kogi State. He also threw his considerable political weight behind the PDP presidential candidate that year, Atiku Abubakar. Like Atiku, Melaye has now left the People's Democratic Party PDP, underscoring the crisis happening within the party. He's now aligned himself with the growing opposition party, the African Democratic Congress ADC. As an outspoken and vocal critic of the Tinubu government, he has raised several concerns about the hardship Nigerians are facing and the worsening economy. Well, joining me now in the studio is lawyer, former lawmaker representing Kogi West and former Kogi State governorship candidate, Senator Dino Melaye. Senator, glad to have you join me on Arise Prime Time.
Yeah, good evening, and good evening, Nigerians.
I can't help but ask you, which one you really are? Politician, activist, MC? By the way, were you paid for your introduction of P2B at that ADC event? Let's start with that. Maybe you could give me some of the dollars you were paid on Naira, is it?
It's a pro bono service.
Pro bono, all right.
Yeah.
So what has been happening to you? Been quiet?
Yeah, I was in school, and I needed to be quiet because this is Nigeria. I didn't want Nigeria to happen to me. So
I don't know what that means.
For that period, I needed to go under the radar to make sure that at least I'm allowed to graduate.
And you have graduated?
And not just graduated, I've been called to the most successful bar in Africa, the largest bar in Africa.
It's right to say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, you left PDP citing the party's inability, according to you, to provide credible leadership and deliver good governance to Nigerians. Now, PDP seems to be getting a grip. Would you do an about turn, as some of your colleagues in the PDP have done, and find your way back to PDP? Or what are your plans going forward?
Yeah, apart from our Lord Jesus Christ, no dead can rise again. And I want to tell you that whatever you are saying is makeshift.
In PDP?
The dead is dead. We can only advertise the obituary.
You're not saying PDP is dead. I mean, is that what you're saying?
Dead and buried. PDP was sold, and I'm not sure if they got the receipt of payment, but it was sold. And what you have now is APC-controlled PDP.
Why do you say that?
Because that is what it is.
How?
That is what it is.
How?
It is a party that is being controlled from the villa. I've said that in my last interview, that as far as we're concerned, it is the agents of the APC that control the PDP. And I would not really want this meeting and discussion this evening to be about the PDP. Let's talk about the living.
No, you can't dodge talking about PDP, because as far as they're concerned, they're what do you call it?
Allow the dead to bury their
convention is coming up.
Allow the dead to bury their dead.
I had some of them here on the program, yes. And I repeated what Makinde said. Makinde said, let's have a party first, you know, like it was there, and they said no. So now they have.
So if a sitting governor is saying, let's have a party first.
No, he explained that.
So meaning that there's no party.
No, he explained that.
So I want to appeal to you.
He said
there are critical issues bedeviling this country. There are issues of hunger out there. There are issues of malnutrition out there. There are issues of misgovernance, maladministration out there. Those are the issues I think we should discuss. PDP is a political party. I'm not a member anymore.
And you're not going back.
I mean,
so where are you now? Are you after the introduction? Are you with the ADC?
I'm a proud member of the ADC.
And you think ADC?
And that is the party that will unseat Tinubu, and by the grace of God, send APC out of the villa come May 29th, by the grace of God, 2027.
But that's not what the just concluded elections, by-elections, are speaking. APC was still winning 12 out of 16, and then in Rivers State...
There was no election. That was not election. But I want to assure you that the 2027 election will not go that way. Nigerians are wiser. Like the Boy Scouts, we are more prepared. And I want to tell you that we will defend our votes this time.
How?
Leave that to time and season. But I'm assuring you that it is not going to be a tea party as usual. At all. It won't be. The APC came, they saw, they conquered at the time. But I want to tell you that 2027 will be a different story.
2027, a different story. Most of the parties, you'd agree with me, seem to be disorganized. You have the LP, even your party, the ADC, some of them who ran out of PDP have run back. Who ran out of PDP, yes, into ADC, have run back into PDP.
Yeah, I don't know where you got your statistics from, but I want to tell you that on daily basis, we have people joining the ADC. As I speak, we have over 100 senators, former and serving, who are members of the ADC. And we have close to 400 members of the House of Representatives, former and serving, who are members of the ADC. We have dozens of former governors who are members of the ADC. And we are growing geometrically and otherwise.
APC has what do you call it? Majority now in the House.
No, I'm not talking. I said former and
former. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, former.
Yeah.
Former. But you know how politics is played in Nigeria. Former. What clout do they have compared to those who are currently in the House and in the Senate?
It depends on your hold on your constituency. Many serving members of the National Assembly actually hold their allegiance to some former members of the National Assembly. I can tell you that for free. And it's just, we are definitely in a precarious situation in the country. We have not seen anything like this before. The president committed a monumental error on his first day in Eagle Square, where he took his oath of office. Before even getting to the office to ask questions, he removed subsidy. And that is the reason we are where we are today. He did the right thing in the wrong way. He did the right thing, but in the wrong way.
What would have been the right way?
The right way would have been, what Tinubu did is likened to a surgeon who performed a very successful operation. Very successful operation, but the patient died. He had a very successful operation, but the patient died.
If he was successful...
So what I'm saying in essence is that removal of subsidy is the right thing to do. But when? How? Matters. He removed subsidy without planning. And when you are going to organize a surgery on any patient, one, you prepare the patient. Two, there are precautionary measures that you must put in place. At times, you even have to ask the patient to take water. At times, you need to say, okay, eat. At times, you need to say, okay, let's place you on some medications. At times, you say, okay, let us sedate the patient. Then there's also room for recovery immediately after surgery. But to just take a patient to the surgery room, butcher this patient, and at the end of the day, the patient will not survive. That is exactly what Tinubu did. There was no planning. There was no succor. There were no buffers, no ameliorative measures. He is even yet to get to office. He has not even gotten to office to even see what inside the office of the president looks like, or take brief on subsidy directly from those who know. Without, just unceremoniously. Even before you get to your office, you commit that kind of, and that is what created the chaos we are facing today. And today, Nigerians are not only unhappy, but I can tell you, I'm a grassroots person, that there is massive hunger in the land.
The president just said the other day that from January to August 2025, total collections reached, that the administration has achieved their revenue target. That's something to smile about. It says from January to, I'm coming, let me land. From January to August 2025, total collections reached 20.59 trillion naira, a 40.5% increase from 14.6 trillion recorded in 2024.
If that statistic is correct, why is the president borrowing 1.7 billion from World Bank?
He also said that they have stopped borrowing.
Maybe that is not correct. I just gave you that figure now. Why is the president? Why did he borrow 1.7 billion dollars from the World Bank? Why, as the Senate approved 21 billion dollars so far, and with many others coming for consideration? Many others are still coming for consideration.
Mind you,
and this government is one of the most reckless governments in the history of this country.
How do you mean?
The president who said he wanted to come and curb wastages bought a yacht. That yacht that the president bought has never been to the perimeter, territorial area of Nigeria. It's between Monaco and Paris. And what do we need a yacht for? In a time of austerity, in a time of pervasive hunger like this? The president also, within few months in office, bought a presidential jet that cost Nigeria billions.
No, he said it was a gift.
I am telling you that it was purchased. Gift by who? Gifts are to be declared. Gifts are to be declared. A president who gets a gift, why was Tom David West removed from office? It was because he got a gift of a gold wristwatch that was not declared. If you have a gift, declare who gave it to you. And they called it a gift because the money used in the purchase of that aircraft was not appropriated by the National Assembly. That is why it was tagged a gift. Then again, since Tafawa Balewa, Azikiwe, up down to Buhari, every president and prime minister in this country used Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official vehicle. The president is using a bomb jammer Mercedes-Benz, the same type that Trump is using in America. And you say you want to curb wastages?
But you're not different. Hold on, Dino.
If you allow me land,
hold on.
I don't want my thoughts distorted on this particular line.
Okay.
And again, the same president, in the 8th Senate, the budget of the National Assembly was 150 billion. From 150 billion, today the president have increased the budget of the National Assembly to over 370 billion in order to make them a parastatal or department of the villa. So a president who said he was coming to curb wastages, who said he was coming to renew hope, I can catalog all this. Bought a yacht, bought a Cadillac, bought an aircraft, increased the money of the National Assembly, and I've borrowed like no other president in history. If you are making more money, then why are you borrowing? To the extent that the Speaker of the House of Representatives today,
I read it. He was
is also concerned, despite he's a member of the APC.
I read that he was talking about
and
how
we will not be surprised if the president start borrowing from OPE and money points very soon.
Well, Senator Tino, if you say the president was buying cars, some people will question you too, because I mean, it's all over the viral.
I am not buying cars with government money, and I did not buy any of those cars when in office, and I've never been in a position where I control government money or interest. I've never been in the executive arm of government, where I have control or I have budget or I have interest, and I've never done government contracts, whether at federal or state level. I'm saying this boldly. I've never been invited by EFCC or ICPC or any government security agency for corruption or for...
So guys, I'm sure you guys have heard what Dino Melaye said about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He went as far as saying that he's very, very certain and sure that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is still going to borrow more money from OPE and Money Point. Because tell me, all the whole money they've been borrowing from different countries, what have they been using it to do in Nigeria? What have they been using it to do in Nigeria? Nothing. No investment. Nothing is working in Nigeria. Our economy is falling down on a daily basis. You guys heard exactly what Dino Melaye said. He went as far as telling the public that he doesn't eat government money. In fact, he doesn't even use government money to buy cars. He boldly said it, that he doesn't use it to buy cars. He cannot even remember when they gave him a federal government project or a state government project. Anyway, guys, that's what we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think about what Dino Melaye has said? And also, please, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please do click the subscribe button, like and share this video. So, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys again next video.